Hi, I'm Ace from Colorado in the USA, and I'm a huge fan of Chinese Kung Fu. 20 years ago, I visited Quanzhou's Shaolin Temple for the first time. Now, I'm back in Quanzhou, eager to learn the legendary Wuzu Fist.
And I'm Nick, Ace's high school classmate. As a passionate foodie, I can't wait to explore the local cuisine. Fujian cuisine is one of China's 8 great culinary traditions.
Very flavorful.
One of my favorite things about China is its high-speed train system. I've lived in Shanghai for 12 years, so naturally, we're starting our journey at Shanghai Hongqiao Railway Station.
Come along with us as we explore the unique culture and atmosphere of Quanzhou.
Picked a great day to travel because as you can see, it's a Chinese New Year, the Spring Festival, which is the busiest travel season in the entire world, I think, at least here in China. So we're getting on a train, a high-speed train to go to Quanzhou. Sup, bro? How's it going?
Are you guys ready? Let's go to Fujian.
Let's go to Fujian, to Quanzhou.
Out of this cold weather.
Yeah, let's do it. We're both from Colorado, and we're expats here in Shanghai. Yeah. So we're all finding our seats here. Not too bad. Yeah, China's pretty good. All you really need is your passport. You don't even need the ticket. It's all digital. They just scan your passport right on the train. You got your seat. So easy peasy.
You got good views of Hongqiao, the Hongqiao business
Yeah.
district.
The train offers spacious seating, delicious food, and an affordable price, making it one of the best ways to travel.
Needed for the energy. Yeah. Cheers.
Make you feel like a star for the
Yeah.
right amount of price.
For the right amount, star for the right amount of price.
Yeah. Ooh, that's hot.
It's definitely hot. They
That is nice. You get brand coffee,
brand coffee,
good price.
good price, and
Yeah.
definitely warm. So if you're
Definitely
ever,
fresh.
yes, very hot.
A little bit better than a little bit better service than you would expect, but it's
Mhm.
pretty great.
If you're traveling from Shanghai to Quanzhou, you have 2 options: a quick 2-hour flight or a scenic 4.5-hour journey.
So we just got here, Quanzhou Station. Quanzhou is a city here in Fujian province. Today we'll go to the hotel, and tomorrow we'll start the trip proper. And
We're gonna see you guys in the hotel in a minute. Catch you guys later.
We just used the Didi app, China's version of Uber, to grab a taxi and head to our hotel. Tomorrow we'll officially begin our temple tour. Quanzhou has quickly become one of China's top emerging travel destinations in 2024.
We arrived during the 2025 Spring Festival. Wow, the city is buzzing with energy and people everywhere.
Quanzhou is also known for its myriad of different temples, representing its diverse religious cultures. Quanzhou has them all. Morning, everyone. Today, we're embarking on a full-day temple tour. Quanzhou is known as the Harbor of the Gods because of its rich religious diversity. Along the city streets, you'll find Buddhist temples, Taoist temples, and shrines dedicated to local deities. Right now, we're at the Kaiyuan Temple. Kaiyuan Temple is the largest Buddhist temple in all of Quanzhou. It has a history dating back to like the mid 600 ADs. So let's go take a look.
Our first stop is the Grand Kaiyuan Temple, where we'll meet Mr. Hong, our guide for this journey. He's an expert on Quanzhou's history and has incredible stories about every site you'll visit.
We'll also check out the famous West Pagoda, which was featured in the game Black Myth Wukong.
我们现在来的位置是开元寺，它是隋贡唐朝隋贡2年建成的，最早它叫莲花道场，后来由于咸宗帝下旨， 在开元盛世一定要建开元寺，所以建了很多开元寺。那泉州叫大开元寺，为啥叫大开元寺？它在元朝时候有120个分支院，就像北大、清华的下面的学院，所以它是很大的。那我们看到这两边的榕树，它两边有榕树，长胡须的这个是公的，长胡须；不长胡须的是母的，所以它是一对。
Once again, that representation of yin and yang. These trees on the left here, the ones with like they got a beard, if you will, like the floss growing down.
Yeah.
They're the male trees, the yang, and then the ones without the beard are the female ones. Easy mnemonic to remember that, I guess. Oh.
狮身的面相。
Okay, yeah. So this is represented, and even though this is like a very famous Buddhist temple, it kind of has like a lot of other religious motifs. Let's head on up. Got to catch up to Professor Hong. So yeah, you're not allowed to film inside, but we can film from the outside, so you can see some of the bodhisattvas and the Buddhist figures. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see they're very impressive, giant.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see there's a lot of detail, a lot of artwork done into it.
So, where to go first? The Renshou Pagoda? So check out this lion. It has its teeth. Okay, and this is, he's giving like a tiny smile. Yeah, a little bit of a smile. Yeah.
那个是戴了一个帽子。
Oh, this one's got a hat, yeah? Like me. I got my hat.
He's from Colorado.
He's from Colorado too, maybe? Wow. So, this is Teacher Hong. He's going to tell us a little bit about the history and special features of this tower.
这个很神奇的，它是大力士，所以它顶着这边。
So yeah, this guy right here, he's very strong, very powerful. You can see he's carrying this on his back, and like you said from this Donzo here, you can see his action is that he's actually squatting. He's carrying the weight down with him, so he's got big power.
They're mentioning too that there's 8 on this tower, and each of them has their own different expressions. So you can see how they're all dealing with holding up the building, the weight of this tower.
Yeah, so not everyone is going to be the same. Like if we look at this one over here, he is strong. He can do it, but
He's baring his teeth to hold it up. And
Yeah.
whistling. He's whistling to call his friends to help him.
so they need to all work together. He's calling them all to cooperate. So he's giving us a nice little
Yeah.
nice job.
So for the architecture, rather, mentioning how the pillar is built out for it, it's been able to survive the test of time. Even like an earthquake couldn't knock it over, yeah? All of the motifs on this tower have a story behind them. So also these lions at the gate are also a representation of yin and yang, male and female. And you can see from the different items that they might have, or like one has like the kid with it, that's the female, yeah?
这个是望仙石。
Oh, so he's mentioning you want to have like this clear heart, so you can have like a clear mind. There's a famous saying like, don't forget like your original heart, your like true heart. This is what can lead to health. You have to have a healthy heart and mind before your whole body can be healthy. So, interesting.
Very interesting.
Jinggu Yeah, I think gold banded cudgel. Yeah.
Maybe the expanding
Yeah.
bow staff, as
Yeah.
Many of us in the West might know it.
Or yeah, if you've seen Dragon Ball.
Yeah, if
Exactly,
you've seen Dragon Ball. Yeah.
All right. So.
Let's get it.
Quick little photo shoot, yeah, with the Jinggu Bang, and I think I like that one. They turned out all right.
It turned out pretty good. I think it was definitely very fun. Definitely like living out a kung fu movie dream. I
Right.
think we all grew up wanting to be a little bit like Sun Wukong or Goku.
Goku, yeah.
Yeah, so definitely dream come true.
Yeah. It really makes you can tell the tower is like
Yeah.
really tall.
The tower is beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
So we're going to see the rest of the temple now.
That's right. We're gonna get a nice little introduction from Teacher Hong.
Usually, Buddhist temples are by no means small in China, but this one's particularly large. So you can see this walkway is longer than usual. So the Kaiyuan Temple. Okay.
这个很奇特的。
So what we mentioned when we came in, usually there's like the 4 gate guardians, but this one has 2. One represents like one breathing in, one breathing out. So like that full breath. And this is usually why you'll worship to them when you come in the gate, which we didn't do. But well, now we know. Yeah. So next time. Okay.
After exploring Kaiyuan Temple, we've made our way to Xijie, the heart of Quanzhou's historic business district.
So we were here last night, but we were here as kind of just like window shopping for all the shops nearby.
Eaten or burned?
Cooked. Yeah, cooked.
Now we're heading to a special spot recommended by Hong Laoshi, where we'll get an incredible panoramic view of Kaiyuan Temple's twin pagodas.
Right now I'm filming myself, but if I film here, you might get the angle of the people in front of you, yeah? This is from this roof you can get a really good clear view of the two towers, the east and the west. That's the west, and that's the east, yeah. So west and east. Wait, no. This is called West Street, and it moves from east to west. So this is a city of temples and religions. So they're saying like wherever, in all the alleys you can go down, you might not run into a person, but you'll probably run into like a god. Yeah. So 333 different alleys. Yeah. So yeah, just kind of reflecting like daily life. You know, back before cell phones. You know, this is like the street, the market. Yeah, the marketplace.
I guess it'd be like the central market.
它就节律我们做的，这个叫论扁皮。
And it used to be like a traditional dish for holidays, but now you can eat it
Anytime.
anytime. So like 就是洪老师是这个。
啊，对，这个是包完了，
哦，OK
它再热一下给你吃。
It looks kind of like a Vietnamese egg roll,
Yeah.
a little bit. But
Little
I
bit.
think it's probably closer to like a jianbing that we
Yeah.
have in like Shanghai.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
we're gonna find out.
yeah, we're gonna find out now.
Yeah.
How is it?
You're gonna look inside. There's lots of vegetables.
Some
They
green
have
beans,
spring beans, some carrots. They have
little tofu, yeah.
sugar too,
Mhm.
and they also have some cilantro as well.
Mhm.
Very flavorful. It's sweet, a little bit crunchy.
didn't.
There's a bit of the tofu inside, and there's some of the skin. It's it's very interesting. A little bit sweet too.
That sugar is an interesting addition there. So like you're saying, like with like the Vietnamese like spring rolls, it almost tastes similar, but with that sugar there, it's got that like
Very
that
unique
sweet
flavor.
kick, yeah.
这个好吃看得见。
Mhm.
好，前面这个标志叫钟楼
Oh,
啊，
the
钟楼的
Zhongluo.
标志它代表的东西南北。
So they have the bell tower, and they got the 4 directions around it. The clock tower, I guess. Put it on your WeChat, yeah.
Yeah, this road is all still
Like the foreign style building.
It's
yeah.
kind of like the French part of Shanghai.
Shanghai.
这
The French
这一条
concession,
叫
yeah.
中山路，就纪念孙中山路。
Oh, okay. The road's named after Dr. Sun Yat-sen. So it's this type of flower, representative of Quanzhou. You got like the sign on the top of the roof here. Yeah. Interesting. Never quite seen anything like this. Yeah, just putting the signage on the roof of this walkway. Professor Hong here, he was mentioning that if we wait for like a taxi because of the traffic, we'd spend more time, even though driving would seem like the faster choice. Walking is the way to go.
阳庙关，道教的。
Okay, now we're at a Taoist temple. Oh wow, look at
For
those.
me, Taoist temple. Beautiful.
Yeah, look at the pillars.
Wow.
With the dragons on them.
Amazing. Dragons climbing up it, and you look at the stonework too on the windows. Like
Yeah.
It looks intricate, like branches or like flowers. This is amazing.
这个就是阳庙关。
Yuanmiaoguan. Okay. Oh yeah, wow, look at the roof.
Wow, you can see the water coming out of the dragon's mouth and the fish leaping. This is
They got the qilings on the top too.
yeah, because it's auspicious, right?
Auspicious.
And if you look here too, I always like this part of the
Oh, yeah.
temple too. These parts are always very cool. like the dragons look almost like they're coming
9
together.
dragons?
They're fighting. And
Zhou
there's a-
Zhoulong or
and there's a Jew in the middle, right?
So in Taoism, this temple is representative of heaven, or like the cosmos, like the universe, and then, like the main god, the top dog, if you will, the top god is Lao Tianyeye. So a god, if you will, yeah. So he's mentioning this is a must if you come here. You have to pay offerings at this temple to respect heaven. Yeah, so pretty important.
这个蛇是本命年，
So this is to help boost your luck, to bring more luck to you. This is the year of the snake. So it's like the Ben Ming Nian, and they mention for other animals what the year represents in terms of like Chinese divinations and like feng shui, but kind of like the broader school of feng shui. Yeah.
Okay.
You're boosting your luck because there's 2 in Chinese cultures. There's Ming, which is like destiny, and Yun, which is like luck or fortune. So you can't change your destiny, but you can change your luck.
Interesting. And I see here, so this is like Qing Cha.
对，这个就是贡品。
So this is what you can
Fruits
offer
or
to them.
tea, yeah.
And also 红元一碗, 红胆白, oh, okay.
年显
医保. Ah, wow. Okay, so all the different things we can offer to them here.
Yeah.
Ah,
I think so. Yeah. Oh, can we? Professor Hong's going in, so they have like different religious icons for
上面这
your
个
year,
猪的这个是你的保护神，这个属龙的，
like your guardian
所以它
deity.
生肖每个对应不一样。
Yeah. Okay. So they have 2 years. I can maybe show the top. Yeah. So like the year of this first one, like the year of the pig. If you're either 103 years old or 43 years old, this is the protector deity on the top. So you have to find your specific. Let's see if we can find ours.
So which ones? Is this for our age?
Uh huh.
每个值班的都不一样。
Okay, I think we're getting closer to. What's there? Oh yes, 24. Okay, there's mine. Okay.
So as you can see up here, there we've got the numbers, so we managed to track down our ages, and then that will help give us some extra good luck for the next year, show some respect to those who are looking out for us. You know, irregardless of whether you're religious or not, it's an interesting custom to observe.
Wow.
这个跟你衣服上一样，
We've got the 八卦. Yeah.
这个八卦。
This is 前天八卦还是？
这个是后天八卦。
Oh, this is 后天八卦。
后天。
Okay.
我们下午要去看那个是先天八卦，这个是后天八卦。
Okay, so this is post heaven bagua. There's 2, well, maybe more than 2, but 2 main types. So lunchtime, we're going to this beef restaurant.
阿全
Chen Yuan. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Okay. I
Lunchtime.
mean, I don't know about you, but I love me some beef.
it's grown on me, yeah?
里面做。
Yeah.
我来
Alright.
点啊，在里面。
好的。
这个辣
可以 yeah.
这个是牛排，然后这个是牛筋排，这个是咸菜，好，来，
All right. 谢谢老师. Awesome.
来，吃吧，
Oh, you first.
对，
行。
好。
All right. Dig in. Let's see how it is.
羊肉，
还有在我自己的地方超好的。
Oh wow. It's not too spicy, but it's like spicy enough where it like it opens up your sinuses, yeah? Oh yeah.
思考人生，这真的是开窍的意思，还是一个口？
This pungent or spicy flavor in Chinese medicine often can have this effect on it. And I think anyone else who's ever eaten something really spicy, they start sweating, and
their nose starts running, you also notice. What else do we have? We have some different spices here. Is this garlic? White pepper, yeah. It's already a little spicy. Maybe I'll add a little bit of white pepper. Oh, I don't want to add too much. Oh, that's probably enough. Yeah, that is good. Sometimes you see it called the Chinese sauerkraut, but just the suan cai, yeah. Have you had it yet?
Yeah, it's very sour.
Yeah.
Very good. Could you pass the la jiao?
After this, I might have to take off my hat though finally because it'll get too sweaty. Yeah. So most Chinese restaurants, they'll have vinegar, some soy sauce depending, but most places they have this like chili sauce. And it might be a little different for each restaurant, but if you love spicy food, it's always there. Oh yeah, mix that in there.
这个都是它的特色。对对。其实也是酸菜。
会跟你们那边是
Put that in the soup. Ooh. So people always ask me in China, they're like, "Oh, 你能吃辣吗? Can you eat spicy food?" It's always a tough question for me. It's like, well, I do, and I love it. But when you say can, like, because I always sweat, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. On the other side of the table. So, good lunch. I'm full. I'm gonna call that a meal. Very unique. Got my hat back on after the lunch. The spice defeated me. So all along this street, there's all kinds of temples. We went to the Buddhist temple, the Taoist temple. I think we are going to a mosque later. Tea shop.
Yeah. Once again, you know, Fujian's one of those places in China that has really famous tea.
This street is nice too, because it's providing ample shade.
City with 8.8 million people.
Mm-hmm.
And we can still have nice moments of this, but if you look around us, it's very lively. You can tell it's just houses on top of buildings, on top of businesses.
Stores, yeah.
It's just amazing the way people can live in just any type of place.
那这一站它设置就成田市到了，所以它公交站有一站。
Oh, okay, so that's the bus stop, because this is the bus stop for that temple, the Chengtian Temple.
这个就是它的大门。
So there it is.
Yeah, that's the main entrance for it. This is for the Chengtian Temple.
它门口写了一个中行，不是中行，叫中行。
中行。
不能二元对立的，要多元思维的。他告诫说我们的思维要多元的。
Yeah, so kind of a mix of everything. So if it's not dark, it's bright. If it's not white, it's black. So just kind of like 中行, that is kind of like that kind of walking the middle, I guess, kind of like everything mixed together. I think that's where we're headed, yeah?
We're on the way.
We're on the way. You can see they have more of those ancient trees in the middle. They're huge. With the wandering roots. Looks like something out of a fantasy novel. And I guess this is the literature temple. There's a giant book out front here. Ah, Confucius Temple.
它是北京曲阜之外闽中最大的，当官了他才能进去读书，就是诸侯读书的地方。
So it's not just a Confucius temple, it's the Confucius temple and school. So, you know, it is the biggest outside of Qufu, which is Confucius's hometown, and outside of Beijing.
Okay.
So there's like the saying that when you cross into this this temple, that you must if you're going to be like an official. It's like a must come to spot. And there's 73 stones in it that are representative of the 73 disciples of Confucius. Yeah. Yeah, for the betterment of people's education. They have a donated library, yeah? That's cool. Oh.
这个是泉州的出砖入石。
The most famous you see is the Tai Chi symbol of yin and yang here. But really in a lot of Chinese art motifs, as we've already explored, they have this concept too. So the stone represents man, whereas the bricks represent female, so, or yin, or yang and yin, and the harmony between them. But the reason it's not always represented like this is everywhere has different styles to express this idea and how it manifests in the world. So this is like the Trenzhou style of it, yeah?
I think also as an American, it's pretty amazing because I think when we grew up thinking of yin and yang, we only think of
the Tai Chi symbol.
we just think of this symbol right here, but it's actually everywhere.
It's everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a part of how the things are built. It's a part of how everything's laid out. It's incredibly intricate.
Yeah.
从这边看，这个是护城河。
So they've got this ravine here for Trenzhou. This ravine is famous.
护城河上面有24个这样的桥梁，
Okay.
就代表24个节气。
24 bridges here that are representative of what they call the 24 solar cycles. Yesterday, from the time of filming this, it was one of those 24 solar stems. The architecture also symbolized like the status, the relations of the people who had lived in the specific places. That's a really quick summary. Because of my studies in traditional Chinese medicine, Hong Laoshi brought us to Huachao Siji Temple in Trenzhou, a Taoist temple dedicated to the king of medicine. This temple is famous because of a doctor named Wu Zhenren who practiced medicine throughout his lifetime.
这个就是真人手机啊，就是我说的那个药神呢，所以他这个神医啊。
Careful of the steps. Wu Tao. Wu Tao. Rare character, Tao there. Maybe not too rare, but. So Wu Tao became Wu Zhenren. So that's what you can see, he's like a medicine expert, so got some Trenzhou special medicine culture.
Wow.
Everything here is all taken care of with so much detail.
Gotta pay respects. I probably should pay respects too because of the Chinese medicine, yeah? Clap.
拍
就三
三下，一声二，二声三，三声
哦
五，拍下告知
so
三下告知你是谁啊？
So 三次还是
3次，
3 claps.
Yeah, he did more of the 3 though, because like the 3 claps were a reference to like the Tao Te Ching.
Oh, the Tao Te Ching.
Yeah, so like I think it's the first chapter where it mentions tiger,
猪
hu,
还有鸡，
鸡
你看它还有动物信仰，所以它百姓不只是对人的信仰，还对动物的。
respecting our animal companions. So 也是三次。
对对。他出去巡警，就做这个轿，这个是他坐骑，就保平安的，
Gold dragons.
这个就是我说的那个金枝，金枝就在这个
This is the golden elixir. This is young, like maybe around 7 or so boys. They'll use the excrement from them and bury it so it ferments with the medicine. Yeah, it's
So very interesting. It's cool to see that this is like a museum, but it's still a place that's like practicing the medicinal stuff too.
It's like I said, if you go to a Chinese medicine hospital, you probably won't be prescribed golden elixir. We don't really learn about it too much in modern Chinese medicine, but in some ways it's important to keep this kind of like knowledge alive. Most places in China now, it's integrated Chinese medicine. That's the way you learn it if you go to be fair, I'm a graduate of Shanghai University of Traditional Chinese Medicine, so I don't know every Chinese medicine university in China, but for the most part, you will learn integrated medicine of both.
So yeah, before there was a big bridge here, and it looks like they're going to renovate it.
They're doing a lot of renovations in this area for the Flower Bridge because they're going to put like a transparent, transparent plastic, but or glass, I'm not sure, just so you can see the original bridge. All right.
另外去看一个外来的1000多年的伊斯兰的。
We're headed to a mosque, yeah.
Taking a look more at these wonderful stores along the street here. We got lots of interesting things going down here. Every store's got a different story. Every store's got something interesting to eat, something interesting to see. Whoa. Quanzhou Mianxian. So if you like noodles or if you like fruit, wow. Lots of different fruit. Yeah. Wow. Smells so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells so good. Looks amazing.
City of temples, city of eatery, yeah? The city.
Eateries.
I think this might be the mosque.
So you can tell from the architecture that this is actually the mosque right here.
That part there is actually like a lotus flower, so that's like indicative like of Chinese architecture. But then like the walls and like the other architecture are inspired from like Islamic cultures. And you can see writings from along the Quran.
所以说它是中西合并，石头青草是中国的，所以它整个建筑是什么？叫天然地方。那你看到那可兰经是刻在石头上面的。 那整个那个里面广场都是一样1000，那当时在念经就不要拿着可兰经，看着墙壁上这些可兰经就可以念，
Okay.
所以很方便。
The street has like many different temples, much like the rest of Quanzhou. Cool, we can all live in the world in peace together. So
Harmony.
harmony. That's the goal, yeah?
Yeah.
So yeah, the call to prayer.
More food.
I'm glad we had lunch before
Yeah, coming out
what
here.
we did, because I'm already getting hungry again. How many steps are we up to now? 7. Oh yeah, we've almost doubled our steps.
Making progress. Maybe we'll get our 10,000 in today.
I'm guessing that we're headed to the Guandi temple now, because there's a lot of statues of Guandi. So there's 5 important temples to Guandi. This is one of them.
正气，和邪不压正啊。它这2个马是两个，一个是关公，一个岳飞的坐骑，所以你进门要先拜这2个。
All right. So these 2 are like, yeah, for this Guan Yu temple. These are the ones you have to pay offerings to first, yeah?
你放着那个对，就这一根，那这根第几签了？这个第3签，那你要量2个来这边搏一下，是不是这一下就对了？ 啊，那你拿了这一根，这个还给他，还到那个啊，那个3的你拿着跟我走，第3间啊，头的那个就是这样营养，这个就答应他是这一签了，就 OK 了，就等于 OK 了啊。
是学康复学。
那你要抽2个签，针灸推拿1个签，康复1个签。
针灸推拿。
OK，very good。你中文棒棒的。
好。
看着，你看，如果你要中医推拿哈，但愿你孝悌纯忠信，你要具备这些品德，孝顺，忠诚信用，把病人当成是我的亲人在对待。
OK。
福在等你，你会是个好医生。
People in Quanzhou usually visit this temple to take part in a traditional divination practice known as qiuqian, or divination by drawing lots. This ritual is used to seek guidance from the gods by tossing crescent-shaped wooden blocks and interpreting how they land.
Hopefully I got my answer with the divinations, yeah? So now before we go to the next temple, we're going to take a xiaobaiche, a small white car, which is essentially like a taxi, like an Uber service that's common in this part of the downtown area. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. We're riding this interesting car here. They have these all over the city.
This is the xiaobaiche, yeah?
Yeah,
the
little white car.
Yeah, white car. I think it's more of like a little white minivan golf cart.
It's a very lively place. Wow.
All these lanterns.
Definitely getting ready for New Year. Holy moly, that is professional.
Yeah. All right, there's our guy.
我们去这个天后宫，这边就是天后宫。
天后宫. This is a temple dedicated to Mazu.
For those of you who don't know who Mazu is, it's a very interesting story. Kind of like, a little bit like a saint, a little bit like a god. Mazu is specifically about the ocean, as this is a former port city, so there's lots of seafaring, people need that type of thing, yeah.
它这2个不是钟鼓楼，它这2个是放什么呢？一个是千里眼。
OK，
因为他是海神嘛，一个千里眼，一个顺风耳，所以他能听得到很远，看得到很远，所以这2个是很独特的。龟，这个也是祈求国泰民安、风调雨顺。
Yeah，
用米一袋一袋米堆起来的。
It's all built up into a giant pile in the shape of a turtle. Yeah.
Wait, is that a turtle? Is that like a dragon baby?
I think it's a sea turtle. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean that makes sense. It is for the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Cool.
进去。
Let's go in. Yeah. Yeah. Rub the dragon's head for good luck.
Oh, okay. For good luck. Wow. Okay.
We're walking through here once again. I'm going to be careful.
这个是电子签，你要排队，它用电子的方法，跟你那个手动，这个是机械。我们刚才在那个关帝庙是手动的，所以他排队在这边抽签。
So they have like we did the divination like sticks earlier. So now they have like the ones we did at the Guanyu temple were by hand. This one is they have like the vending machine version, the automatic one. They got like the 18 classical pole arms, yeah? Cool. These little ponds here? Oh,
它这个2个那个放生石就像镜子一样。就他梳妆打扮的镜子。
Oh, okay. So it's like where Mazu is, and these are like her mirror, yeah? The mirrors. Quanzhou, if you haven't heard, is the starting point of the Maritime Silk Road. Mazu, very interesting figure. She's a female goddess, so very, very important figure for maritime sailors. She's said to be the protector of them, so yeah. very unique temple. So yeah, you can see in here, used to burn the offerings. And yeah, to kind of send the wishes to the sky, I guess, or protections. So these are roots that grew out of the tree eventually, so they're called qigeng. And as the tree grows higher, the roots hang down like a beard there. So we're on the stage here for like dramas. Okay, 八仙过海, yeah?
八仙过.
8 immortals crossing the sea. All right, now we're headed for snacks. 冰正汤, special type of delicacy for Quanzhou. I got this gourd from the Chinese medicine shop, and it's got this cool character on it, which some of you might know, which is the same as this character for qi. Both are qi, like qigong. We'll be going to the Shaolin Temple tomorrow, so we'll have a lot to say about that. So we're getting some snacks here. We can choose 6 that make up the compilation of the, I guess the word would be like, they make up the whole course of the meal. And hopefully everyone can hear me on the mic here, because it's a little bit crowded in here, as this is quite the popular establishment. Okay, I've seen all the ingredients. We can choose up to 6. 这个是凤梨，是菠萝 There's a difference. So I was guessing this one. 我还有那个红豆。I have no idea how this is going to taste. 这个是绿豆。这个绿豆。So the green beans. 还有呢？这是什么豆？芸豆。Yeah. Oh boy. I like beans. So. 可以。你推荐哪一个？可以。So what does she recommend? 石花糕, all right. 可以. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I'm getting the main thing here, something similar to it. So we'll see. This will hopefully be pretty good. So I'm gonna grab this so I don't drop it. I'm gonna pick up with that in a second. Ooh. Oh, I was told by the ai that this is their golden standard, their best recommendation. But I kind of picked like 4 random recommendations that were mostly beans. So Nick and I got our delicacy.
Yeah, what is
I was gonna say a soup, but it's like
we've got a little bit of everything here. Wow, we've got some fruit and some jelly
and beans.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Very sweet, but you get a little bit of the sour from the fruit too, which gives it a little bit more complexity. It's not just like a candy. It's definitely much more than that. And if you look
You're
at
in that
all
situation.
the bright colors inside the soup, it's very beautiful looking too. Lots of interesting ingredients.
So we just finished eating. We're about to head back to the hotel and rest for the day. So that means we're gonna have to say goodbye to our exquisite guide today, Professor Hong. So
Thankfully, he'll be back tomorrow.
对
We'll see him at the
明天见。
对，非常感谢。对，少林寺见。So we'll see him at the Shaolin Temple tomorrow.
All right, guys. So tomorrow we'll see you at the
Shaolin Temple,
Let's get
yeah.
one of these.
Bah!